All right, so we're back out in the workshop today. Have two very similar tools. They're both 12 volt. We have the Bosch PS21-2A pocket driver kit. And then we have the Milwaukee Hex cordless screwdriver kit. Forgot the model number, but I'll put it in the description. So anyway, let's just take a look at the cases here, and then we'll move them out of the way. So the cases are very similar in size, about the same width. The height on this one is a little bit more, and the depth is pretty equal too. As far as the case goes, I prefer, well, they're about the same. I mean, the Bosch has elastic, and then the Milwaukee has Velcro to secure the tool and the chargers. As far as charger, I prefer the Bosch. Is much smaller. I don't know if it's any faster of a charger or not, but you have the two batteries. So, and this is a large charger. So Milwaukee comes with two 1.5 amp hour batteries, and the Bosch comes with two 2 amp hour 12 volt batteries. So let's get these out of the way. They both have pouches up here at the top. All right, let's get these out of the way. Actually, I'll hold on to one of these because I want to show you something with this. All right, let's slide these off to the side here, and then we'll zoom in a little bit. So the Milwaukee comes with a pocket clip, and the Bosch does not. So as I mentioned, they're both 12 volt batteries, but you cannot interchange these. This one thing about the Milwaukee too is I would expect to grab it here to pull it out. Well, it worked that time. But if you grab here on the tabs, this tab may not always push in to be able to pull it out, because that tab's kind of in a weird spot. On the Bosch, it is where you would expect it to be. I would expect it to be right back here, and that's where it is. So the Milwaukee is a little goofy in that regard, but you can see the difference here. This is the front of the Milwaukee battery, and this is the front of the Bosch battery. And since the battery goes up into the grip, it does affect the way the grip feels in your hand. Milwaukee has a nice palm swell here, so this is a little more comfortable to my grip, I think. It's more flat at the rear, and then the Bosch is flat at the front. But I wouldn't really let that determine which tool you buy. They're both kind of an awkward grip. So I would say the Milwaukee is a little bit more comfortable. Let's talk about the dimensions. We'll go over the dimensions. So the Bosch is 1 pound 13 ounces. Milwaukee is 2 pounds 2 ounces. So that's a pretty big difference, actually, considering the overall weight of these. They both do have lights here right above the trigger. I'm sure they're both bright enough for the task. Looks like the Milwaukee is a little brighter. So the Bosch, from front to back, we're looking at 5.6 inches. And then, I'm sorry, I think I said Milwaukee. Bosch, 5.6 inches. Milwaukee, 6.5 inches. Bosch, top to bottom, 6.75. And the Milwaukee, 7.75. So about an inch shorter this way and an inch shorter that way. The widths are about the same at 2 inches. I don't know if that really matters. They both do stand up. I know, I'd probably just lay them down. They're a little bit, this one's a little more wobbly, I guess. Oh, since we're here at the top view, you will notice Bosch has a 2-speed control. Milwaukee does not. The Milwaukee is just a single speed. The Milwaukee is 500 RPM max, and then the Bosch does 0 to 500 in the first speed, and then in the second, 0 to 500 in the first position, and then 0 to 1,300 in the second position. So if I were just to buy one tool only and no other tools in their catalog. Bosch has about 25 12-volt tools, and Milwaukee is over 50 12-volt tools. So if you already have the M12 system, then of course you would buy this for battery interchangeability. Price on both of these are actually, they're both on sale. I bought this one for $69. I bought this one for $69. Normal price on each of these is $100 each, so regardless what price you buy them for, it's the same price. But like I said, if I were just to buy the tool, I would buy this one if this was the only 12-volt tool I had. But if you already have M12, then you would buy this. Actually, I'm returning both of these because I've done something different. I'm going to, actually I already have the Milwaukee installation driver, and I actually have the Bosch FlexiClick, which I'll compare in a later video. But I just decided to go with that system instead. And actually, the Bosch FlexiClick that I bought is $150. That's brushless. Both of these are brushed. And then I bought the brushless M12 installation driver, but we'll look at that in a different video. So yes, both of these are brushed. This one, the Milwaukee, is 175 inch-pounds, and the Bosch is an impressive 265 inch-pounds. And I say that's impressive because the brushless version of this and the brushless FlexiClick is 300 inch-pounds, and the Milwaukee installation driver, which is brushless, is also 300 inch-pounds. So yeah, very nice. I'll let you hear the motor running here. So this in the second gear, put it into first. Sounds the same, I guess. You guys see that sparking in there? Maybe not. Anyway, then here's the Milwaukee. Again, only one gear. I'm still tempted to keep this, mainly for the batteries alone, but the fuel comes with, the M12 installation driver fuel comes with two 2 amp hour batteries, and I've also purchased some other batteries, so I'll be returning this. I feel kind of weird buying these tools and then returning them, but wanted to get them in hand, and I thought about it some more. Oh, okay, so I wanted to show you this too. We'll use this Phillips bit here. And you can just push it right in. This one goes in there quite a ways. And this collet is really big, so it's kind of not all that convenient to grab the collet and then just pull the bit out. I just did it there though. I did it there again. I guess maybe it takes me getting used to. But so there, I just did it 3 times. This one is much easier though. It's a much smaller collet and the bit sticks out quite a bit farther. So maybe it wobbles around some more. But you can pull this out a lot easier, one-handed. So let's see if this thing wobbles around in here. Yeah, I mean it wobbles less, so I guess that's an advantage, but it's really big. My finger's getting colder, can't pull it out quite as easy. So yeah, this is twice as fast, almost 100 inch-pounds more torque. It's actually 90 inch-pounds more, and it's smaller in both dimensions. The big benefit of this one though is it does have the pocket clip. This one does not have a pocket clip. Both have the forward and reverse on right above the trigger here. Unlike the installation driver, it's got some goofy button on the top, but no, that'll take some getting used to. So they both do have a clutch here. This one has 16 settings, and then also the drill function. Right there, we're in the drill function. I do like that the color of this is red because it's much easier to see the arrow here. I don't know how much you're actually going to use the arrow. So, got that turned down there, and then this one here has 20 settings and then drill, so 20 plus 1. This one is a little more difficult to get a hold of. but it's not too bad. And there we are in drill mode. Oh, also, another benefit of the Milwaukee is it has a battery gauge here. You might have seen that already, battery life gauge. And the Bosch does not have any battery life gauge. So you run it until it dies and then plug it in the charger. So that's it, just a quick little overview. I'm not going to run a bunch of screws into wood and look at the battery life. I mean, we know this one is faster, so it will drill in the screws faster. The batteries are larger. It also has more torque. Overall, this is a better tool, other than the lack of a pocket clip and the lack of a battery life gauge on it. So if you don't care about those things, I would buy this. I had originally bought this first before I bought any of these other tools, and I just bought this to do some work around the house. Also, I have some RC cars, so you can put a long hex bit on here and remove A-arms or shocks or whatever you want to do with the RC car instead of just wrenching on it with the screwdriver. But like I said, I'll be returning this, and I'll be returning this, and I'm going to go with something else. So I think that will conclude today's video. Went over all my notes here, and as always, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.